here is Donald Trump. And Donald Trump already seems to be looking to the independent, to running as an independent. Clearly. And this is where Donald Trump is dangerous in some respects. Not just to the Republicans. I mean, he's like kryptonite to the Republicans. But this proposal that he's talking about, I think could be rather problematic, even in the Senate. Here he is on Sean Hannity's program. And notice, being on Sean Hannity's program for Trump and Fox and Friends earlier in the day is indicative of who Roger Ailes has sided with in the whole Megyn Kelly, Donald Trump dust-up. The answer is Donald Trump. Here he is talking to Sean Hannity, who gives him no pushback on this. This is number one.
You talked about Planned Parenthood. Another example, talk about a war on women. Look at the number of abortions they perform every year. $500 million taxpayer money goes to them. You said you would have shut down the government to defund them. You also talked about some of the good things that they do.
They do good things.
Should the taxpayers pay?
Defund having to do with the abortion.
Should taxpayers give, with the debt we have, 128 trillion in unfunded liabilities, should we even give them a penny?
Okay, so look, let's say there's two Planned Parenthoods in a way. You have it as an abortion clinic. Now, that's actually a fairly small part of what they do, but it's a brutal part, and I'm totally against it, and I wouldn't do that. They also, however, service women. And one of the things that I thought was so terrible when Jeb Bush the other day talked, as we said, when he talked about women's health issues, he was so bad. I mean, it's like, what is he doing? We have to help women. A lot of women are helped, so we have to look at the positives also for Planned Parenthood. You know, even a guy like you may be convinced it does some positive things. I would look at it very strongly. We have to help women. As far as the abortion stuff, absolutely.
But if they are doing abortions, then they can allocate their other resources to other things. The government, right. Why should the taxpayers pay for an organization that...
Maybe unless they stop with the abortions, we don't do the funding for the stuff that we want. There are many ways you can do that, Sean, because I'm totally against the abortion aspect of Planned Parenthood. But I've had many women, I've had many Republican conservative women come up and say Planned Parenthood serves a good function other than that one aspect.
Wow. That is, I mean, that the Republican frontrunner can say that to Sean Hannity's face, and Sean Hannity's response is like, whatever you say, boss. Let me put out a fake number about unfunded liabilities that I just pulled out of my ass. And the danger here is that becomes, you know, we start hearing, I don't know, some Democrat in the Senate say, well, that's a good compromise. Right? Joe Manchin? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, he hasn't, but I'm saying that I could see Manchin doing that.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. But it is wreaking havoc in the Republican Party. Like, and frankly, it's setting up the Democrats quite nicely in the general. Even Donald Trump thinks you're extreme, Jeb Bush. Even Donald Trump thinks you're extreme, Jeb Bush. And that's an accurate statement? Wow.